Alrighty guys, before we get into the video, make sure to leave a like if you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, also make sure to subscribe if you guys are new. And if you guys want to be notified every time I post a new video, make sure to click that bell for all notifications. I'll see you guys later. Yo, what's going on everybody? It is your boy Fitzwong TV here, aka GLauren33. I am here with your official My Hero Academia chapter 274 review on the channel for you guys. And I am absolutely cell shocked right now because this chapter was not what I expected. This arc has not been what I expected, and it seems to get more and more crazy every single week. And after this chapter, it seems like Heroes Rising is coming to My Hero Academia, and I am terrified. So much happened in this chapter, and I am terrified. I feel like something bad is going to happen, and we're going to discuss it all in today's review. I want to thank DBS Hype as always for getting us the scans and review summary early so we guys could do the review before the chapter releases publicly on Sunday. But yeah, Endeavor versus Shigaraki begins, and it's absolute fire. And we also have Deku and Bakugo pulling the Heroes Rising, and they are teaming up to try to take Shigaraki down. So let's discuss it. Let's not waste any time, man. Let's get into it. So if you guys remember, at the end of chapter 273, we saw Endeavor attack Shigaraki, and Shigaraki wasn't surprised at all. He just basically said, oh, the #1 hero is here. And chapter 274 opens up with Endeavor flying straight for Shigaraki. And it says below in Japanese text, #1 versus Shigaraki. This could be the big boss fight of this arc, but knowing what happens with Deku and Bakugo at the end of the chapter, who knows? But the fight starts off with Endeavor flying in to attempt a he flies into land a blow on Shigaraki. Shigaraki watches Endeavor comes closer to him, but he's like stunned in place. He can't move because inside his inner thoughts, he hears something telling him one for all. And you guys remember in the last couple chapters, as Shigaraki has woken up, he's had these thoughts in his head. People have been saying stuff like decay and destroy. Now we're hearing one for all. Is it all for one talking to him? It could be. That would make the most logical sense. I don't know who else would be telling him about One for All, because we know that, you know, Shigaraki is the successor to All for One, and All for One has had to deal with One for All being passed down through the generations and causing him trouble throughout, you know, his entire life. And if, you know, Shigaraki can get One for All, he's unstoppable. There's no way he would be able to be defeated. And then, as these inner thoughts are playing through his head, he's hit with Endeavor's Hell Curtain attack. Endeavor yells that Shigaraki cannot resist his high temperature fire, and that Shigaraki can't run from this. So Endeavor, during this, is thinking to himself, this guy isn't going one step further. I can't let this man go. So after everything that's happened with the decay and all the heroes that are now dead after Shigaraki's decay wave, I never know that this guy cannot be left free. He has to be taken down here or now, or the violence that he will cause will be on a level that we've never seen before. So Endeavor's continued to think to himself without much combat and as quickly as possible. So Endeavor wants to get this job done quickly. He doesn't want this to be a long drawn out fight. He wants to take out Shigaraki as soon as possible. So he sets up to do a jet burn attack, then Shigaraki lunges towards Endeavor's face with his hand and swipes, but misses because Endeavor dodges it and, you know, moves backward in the air. Endeavor is surprised at Shigaraki's speed and the fact that Shigaraki was able to move this fast after taking his Hell Curtain attack, because Shigaraki's appearance now, his face is burnt. His face is burnt, kind of similar to how Hawks looked after what Dobby was doing to him a couple chapters back. But Endeavor's thinking to himself to be able to move that quick after experiencing such a hot temperature attack. And Endeavor realizes, and this is something we've been talking about for weeks, is Shigaraki, one of his quirks, one of his new powers, has to be regeneration. This dude Shigaraki is legit like Majin Buu or Perfect Cell or Piccolo from Dragon Ball. This guy, if you give him enough time, he can regenerate his injuries. And now Endeavor realizes that he has to change tactics, and instead of meeting Shigaraki head on, he has to try to pummel him to the ground. So Endeavor goes up to the air, and then he uses his communication devices to update all the other heroes around him. He says, "This is Endeavor. Shigaraki is fighting at the site of the hospital. Those who can move without touching the ground will soon need to fight back." But then it cuts off because while he's talking, Shigaraki reaches out to Endeavor's hold to grab Endeavor's arm. And when Endeavor sees that Shigaraki is about to grab him, he stops Shigaraki by grabbing his arm at the wrist. And Endeavor knows why he can't let Shigaraki touch him, because if Shigaraki touches you with all 5 fingers, you will decay automatically. Just as Deku, alright? And poor Exodus. But anyway, Endeavor knows not to let Shigaraki touch him. And then Endeavor's caught off ground when Shigaraki summons up the power to blast Endeavor away. So out of nowhere, Shigaraki is just blasting Endeavor away. And this guy, like I said, we don't even know the full extent of Shigaraki's new abilities. So Endeavor is sent far away from Shigaraki and is pushed away with so much force that he bounces off the ground below. So then Shigaraki is standing up among the rumble, and then he's saying the teacher, all for one, was saving up. It's just a feeling. My instinct is all powerful. And Shigaraki basically said that all for one was the one that summoned that blast to push Endeavor away. So Shigaraki feels like all for one's spirit is inside him, and it's giving him advice and instinct on what to do in these situations. Because we know Shigaraki, he's not the best when it comes to combat, even though he's super powerful. So the voice comes back into Shigaraki's head, discussing the power that it takes 4 months to manifest and the hell that comes along with it. Shigaraki appears to silently grab a few of those quirk suppressant bullets that were not destroyed and sneaks them into his pocket. So you guys remember, Shigaraki had the scientists make more of those quirk destroying bullets. We don't know if those are the ones that destroy your quirk completely, like what happened to Lemillion back in the Overhaul arc, or we don't know if those are the ones that just temporarily deactivate the use of your quirk. It's one of the reasons why I'm so scared, alright? But we see, remember when Shigaraki fought Redresto a couple arcs back? He lost 2 fingers. Well, those 2 fingers did grow back. So I guess that has to be part of his regeneration. Then Shigaraki still has the burnt face on his look. He's not happy about it. He feels like this is unsatisfactory. So Shigaraki's now hearing all for one. Out of all the powers I obtained, there was a force, an unexpected force that I could not wield. One for, and then this voice in Shigaraki's head cuts out, and Shigaraki is now taking control of his own thoughts. He notices that there's a difference in himself, saying something in me drives me forward, saying I have to obtain it. So then Endeavor gets back on his feet and goes to meet Shigaraki. They're going to blast one another, and Shigaraki yells out loud, "One for all." So at that moment, we see Endeavor also question what's going on. He's like, "One for all," and he says it aloud, so it goes through his communication system. And then we transition back to the students with Burnin and Deku and the rest of them, and Burnin's like, "One for what?" Whatever, but let's go try to assist. So then Deku is there, and he hears this, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta do something." And then there's an epic side-by-side panel with Shigaraki and Deku. And Shigaraki says "there" as he envisions Deku's face. So Shigaraki knows he has to go confront Deku. And then Shigaraki at that moment says, Alright, so Shigaraki knows that Deku is All Might's successor and the wielder of One for All. So now he has an urge to obtain One for All using All for One. So Shigaraki, his target now is Deku's One for All. Oh my gosh. So then we transition to the Pussycat headquarters, and Ragdoll is sitting at her desk. She says to herself, I'm upset. If I had searched, that's her quirk. Remember, she hasn't been able to use it since the training camp arc way back then. If she had her search quirk that was stolen for All for One, she could help everyone. And it then shows the students and Burnham's crew helping to evacuate the citizens. They're saying that they can escape with the rest of the ground heroes who cannot stay around due to Shigaraki's decay quirk. So they know that Shigaraki's decay quirk is still in effect, so they want to get everybody out as soon as possible. Endeavor is screaming over the comms at this point. Me and Shigaraki are heading towards the evacuation destination. Whatever evacuation zone that you had pre-established expanded, make it many times bigger than the previous order. The reason why, since Endeavor and Shigaraki's battle is mostly taking place in the air, it's taking place over a large area of land, and knowing how destructive and powerful these two beings can be, you know, you don't want to put any more people at risk that have already been put at risk thanks to Shigaraki's decay wave. But then, this is the big part. As we near the end of the chapter, we see Deku standing in silence as the people discussing the plans of action. The heroes around him discuss their fear for the next wave of decay, saying that it won't last if they're hit with another one. Other heroes are discussing who will stay with the students and protect them, but are unsure of what to do in this crisis. Deku then turns and runs back into the fray, but as he's running, Bakugo is right along with him. So tail for tail, the two are running together back into the fray, and they promise they both will protect it. So they promise each other that they're both going to protect One for All. They know that Shigaraki's after it now, and Deku as All Might's successor is the only hope in my opinion that, you know, Shigaraki can be defeated. Not, I don't know if they can defeat him right now, especially with how powerful Shigaraki is, but still. Deku responds that the safety of the people in the city should be our top priority, but Bakugo responds by saying, I can't just sit still, as he and Deku blast into the sky away from Todoroki, Uraraka, and the others. Uraraka yells, where are you going? And Deku yells, I'll be right back. So Deku is worried about capturing Shigaraki due to his newfound power-up, and is tempted to think of any other abstract means to capture him. He then realizes that Shigaraki is nearby and wants to lead him to a deserted area. Bakugo yells, I'll give him my all, as Deku finishes the chapter by saying, please believe in us. Oh my gosh, man. So, Heroes Rising is about to take place in My Hero Academia's The War arc. The creator of My Hero Academia, who wrote Heroes Rising, he did say that he wanted the end of the show to mirror Heroes Rising in a way, and a lot of us believe that My Hero Academia, it's not ending anytime soon, but still, man, the fact that looks like we're getting Deku versus Bakugo, the two most popular characters, the two heroes of Class 1A, going up against Plus Ultra Shigaraki, Ultra Boss, whatever you want to call him, because even together, I don't think Deku and Bakugo can take down Shigaraki. I don't even know if they can do it with Endeavor 3-on-1. I don't know what's going on. I do know that Heroes Rising, the DVD, is supposed to come out in like July, in about a month. And I don't know if this is ironic. I don't know if they plan to have the Heroes Rising Blu-ray come out around this time with the manga. But it just feels too convenient. So Shigaraki is going after Deku. He's going after One for All. He wants to steal it using All for One. Deku, being All Might's successor, knows he's the best chance, maybe the only person that could take down Shigaraki, even though he can only use One for All up to 45%. Will we see Deku force himself to use 100% and destroy his body? He doesn't have Eri with him to, you know, keep his body from destroying himself. He can only stay in 100% for a little bit. Will, you know, Bakugo gain One for All? I don't know what's happening. I really don't, but I am truly terrified. Plus, you guys have to remember, Shigaraki has those bullets. He has the quirk destroying bullets. And Endeavor didn't notice them. Shigaraki, as fast as he is now, he can use that without moment without a moment's notice. And we know that Dobby and the rest of the League of Villains are on their way as well. So I don't know, this is looking like a really bad situation for the heroes. I'm sorry, but Deku, Bakugo, and Endeavor going up against Shigaraki, I just don't see them winning, especially if the League of Villains comes. I feel like it might come to the point where they have to retreat, but something's going to happen with those bullets. They would have not had Shigaraki grab those bullets if he wasn't planning on using them and somebody getting affected by them. It could be Deku, it could be Bakugo, it could be Shigaraki. I don't think it's going to be Bakugo, or I don't think it's going to be Bakugo. It could be Endeavor. Him being the #1 hero and having his quirk destroyed. Imagine that. That's like symbolic for the fall of Hero Society. They're not going to do it to Deku, right? He has one for all. But I don't know. Will Shigaraki steal one for all? It seems like next chapter they're setting up Deku and Bakugo to team up with Endeavor to go up against Shigaraki. And I am terrified. I have no idea what's going to happen. Heroes Rising taking place in the manga. Man, but chapter 275, I wish I could get it right now, man. Because I don't know what to expect. And this is absolutely crazy. But let me know what you guys think is going to happen. Let me know what you guys thought of the chapter. Do Deku and Bakugo have a shot? I don't know. Right now, I gotta be honest, I don't think they do, but, you know, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But clearly, Deku, Bakugo, and Endeavor versus Shigaraki, it looks like it is on the way. It looks like the big boss battle of this arc is about to take place, and I have no idea what's about to happen, man. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'll be back here right next week with 275 once we get the information for that. But, man, oh, man. Oh man. Alright. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'll see you guys later, man. Have a great day, guys. Stay safe and healthy. Peace.